Imagine being trapped on a speeding train in the freezing cold, stuck inside with a monster that can steal your mind just by looking at you. Even worse? Once it kills you, your eyes turn completely white, your brain turns smooth, and you wake up as a mindless monster controlled by the creature. No one can jump off the train. And the only way to blind this creature and stop its telepathic slaughter is to blast it with blinding, intense light before it consumes everyone on board. Our story kicks off in 1906. Renowned British anthropologist Professor Alexander Saxton is heading back to Europe on the Trans-Siberian Express. He's traveling from China to Moscow, and he's bringing some very unusual cargo, a massive, chained wooden crate containing the frozen remains of a primitive humanoid creature he dug out of a cave in Manchuria. Saxton believes he's found the missing link in human evolution, and he wants to keep it a secret. But before the train even leaves the station, things go horribly wrong. A thief is found dead right on the platform next to Saxton's crate. His corpse is terrifying, his eyes have turned completely white, without irises or pupils. A sinister monk named Father Purjardov looks at the corpse and warns everyone that the contents of Saxton's crate are pure evil. Saxton, being a man of science, furious dismisses it as foolish superstition and boards the train. Also on board is Dr. Wells, Saxton's friendly rival. Wells is incredibly curious about what Saxton is hiding. Hoping to get a sneak peek at the discovery, Wells bribes a baggage porter to sneak into the cargo car and pick the lock on the crate. Big mistake. The moment the crate opens, the prehistoric ape-like creature inside wakes up. It attacks the porter, drains his mind, and escapes into the moving train, leaving the porter dead with those same horrifying, milky white eyes. Now, a prehistoric monster is loose on a speeding train, and it needs to feed. It roams from car to car, leaving a trail of bodies. Every single victim is found with their eyes completely bleached out. Dr. Wells performs an emergency autopsy on the victims and discovers something truly disturbing: their brains have been wiped entirely smooth. The monster isn't eating their flesh, it is literally draining their memories and knowledge. The train is thrown into absolute panic. Police Inspector Myrov hunts the creature down through the corridors and pumps it full of lead. The ape monster drops dead, and everyone sighs in relief, thinking the nightmare is finally over. But Saxton and Wells want answers. They extract the fluid from the dead monster's eyeball and look at it under a microscope. What they see changes everything. Retained inside the eye fluid are images of prehistoric Earth, and a view of the planet from deep space. They realize this isn't just an ape. The true threat is a formless, body-snatching extraterrestrial entity. It inhabited the prehistoric creature, and the moment the ape died, the alien transferred its consciousness into a new host. And who is the new host? Inspector Myrov himself. The killer is now running the investigation. After escaping its crate, the alien isn't just killing at random, it is systematically targeting people for their brains. It cornered and murdered the train's head engineer to steal his knowledge of how to operate the speeding locomotive. It then tracks down and brutally drains a brilliant scientist woman on board, wiping her mind clean because she possessed advanced knowledge of metallurgy. The alien is actively building a mental blueprint to construct a vessel and escape Earth, and it is executing anyone who gets in its way. Meanwhile, the creepy monk, Father Purjardov, starts losing his mind. Sensing the immense, unearthly power radiating through the dark corridors, he doesn't see a monster, he thinks he is in the presence of Satan himself. Driven by religious madness, Purjardov completely renounces his faith and begs the entity to let him become its loyal servant. This string of highly specific murders is exactly how Professor Saxton cracks the case. He notices two critical patterns. First, the creature only attacks its victims in pitch-black rooms or deep shadows. Second, when they examined the fluid from the dead monster's eyeball under the microscope, the prehistoric images only appeared when exposed to light. Saxton connects the dots: the alien's energy is entirely photophobic. Intense, bright light completely paralyzes it. Armed with this secret weakness before anyone else, Saxton knows they need to expose which passenger the alien is currently hiding inside. Word of the murders reaches the Russian authorities, and the train is intercepted by Captain Kazan, a loud, intimidating Cossack military officer, along with his soldiers. Kazan thinks he's dealing with human rebels and refuses to believe a sci-fi alien is on board. To prove it, Saxton hatches a plan. He cuts the lights in the room. In the pitch black, Inspector Myrov's eyes suddenly glow a terrifying, demonic red. Exposed, the alien uses its power, but Captain Kazan doesn't hesitate, he blasts Myrov dead on the spot. But remember the rule: the alien can't live outside a body for more than a few moments. Before anyone can stop it, the entity transfers itself straight into the deranged monk, Purjardov. Armed with the memories of the engineer and scientists it already absorbed, the alien now wants the knowledge of a wealthy count on board so it can build a spaceship and escape Earth. The alien monk goes on a total rampage. It murders Captain Kazan, wipes out all his soldiers, and drains the count's mind. The terrified passengers flee for their lives, cramming themselves into the very last freight car of the train. Saxton manages to rescue the countess and corners the alien monk at gunpoint. Having figured out that intense, bright light paralyzes the entity and stops it from transferring bodies, Saxton forces Purjardov into a brightly lit area. Trapped, the alien reveals the truth. It's an energy form from another galaxy, abandoned on Earth millions of years ago. It begs Saxton for mercy, offering him advanced alien technology and cures for all human diseases if he lets it live. Saxton hesitates for just a second, and that's all the monster needs. It uses its telepathic power to resurrect the dead count. And it doesn't stop there. It reanimates every single one of its white-eyed victims on the train. Suddenly, Saxton is facing a horde of blind alien zombies. Saxton and the Countess fight their way through the zombie horde and make it to the final caboose car with Wells and the other survivors. Outside, the situation gets even more desperate. The Russian government, fearing the train is controlled by rebels, sends an order to a dispatch station ahead to destroy it. The station staff switches the tracks, sending the speeding train straight toward a dead-end cliff overlooking a massive ravine. With the alien monk driving the locomotive at top speed toward destruction, Saxton and Wells work frantically in the freezing wind to uncouple their caboose from the rest of the train. Just in the nick of time, the chains break. The main train cars crash through the barricade, flying off the cliff and plunging into the deep ravine below, exploding into a massive fireball that incinerates the alien and its zombie army forever. The survivors' car rolls to a stop just inches from the deadly drop. Saxton, Wells, and the Countess step out into the snow, watching the fiery remains of the horror express burn below. They survived the night. What would you do if you were trapped on a train with a monster like that? Let me know in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more classic horror breakdowns. See you next time on Midnight Recap.